Do you love a good brownie? This video is for you. Today, the kids and I are making 2 types of brownies. We're gonna have them taste test them and rate which one reigns supreme. Let's go. Welcome to our kitchen, everybody. Today we are making 2 types of brownies. We have a spelt brownie, which is our very own recipe, and we have an almond flour recipe, which is made with almond flour and almond butter. We found this brownie recipe on the back of this packaging. We wanted to compare this brownie to our original spelt brownie. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into baking. As far as a spelt brownie recipe, we are going to follow our own version. We have a full recipe in the description, or if you want to check out our blog, it's also there as well. Let's just go through all the ingredients really quick. For the flour, this is the almond flour that we are using, and then we have a home ground spelt flour. We purchase organic spelt berries in bulk on Amazon, and then we kind of just grind our own using our BlendTech blender, which is a very, very powerful blender. We totally recommend it. It is the best blender ever. We have just some organic coconut sugar here. We use this cocoa powder for our brownies and anything chocolate, really. It's the best. We use Red Mill's baking soda. This is a aluminium-free baking soda. We like to use this for all of our baking. So instead of baking powder, because a lot of the recipes call for baking powder, we use baking soda and apple cider vinegar. When you combine these, it kind of erupts and makes a science experiment, and it will just help the brownies or the whatever that we're baking helps it rise. We have some organic coconut oil and organic vanilla and some ground flax seeds. This is going to be an egg replacement. You basically mix this with some water and you make a gloopy mix. It's a great binder, and then that is what we replace eggs with. And a pinch of salt. First, we want to make sure we stir the almond butter so it's not separated with the oils and the butter. Let's start with the flax eggs because that needs to take a while to congeal. So here, do 2 tablespoons and 4 tablespoons of water. This is how we normally convert eggs to a vegan egg. If it asks for 2 eggs, then we'll do 2 tablespoons of the flax eggs and then 4 tablespoons of the water. Sometimes a little bit more water, that doesn't really matter. 6 tablespoons and 1 cup of water. 1 whole cup of water. As you can see, it's already starting to thicken up, and that's what we want. That's going to help us bind everything in the brownie mix. Same as this one. This one is a little bit more, but we are going to let it just sit and it should thicken up. We're going to do almond butter, 2 cups of creamy almond butter. On the left, you see Grace working on the almond flour brownies, and then on the right side, we have Mercy and Isaiah working on the spelt brownies. Okay, so next it says 2/3 a cup of grapeseed. Well, we're not going to do grapeseed, so we have coconut. This is for our spelt recipe, so we're going to do some oil, coconut oil. You can do grapeseed oil if you like to, but we just have coconut oil. So we're going to put that in the sugar. We like to do everything in one bowl, so we like to just start with the wet ingredients first, get that mixed, and then we're going to put in the dry ingredients just to keep things simple. As a secret ingredient, we like to use blackstrap molasses. This is our recipe. It gives this really nice, rich sweetness, and it's really, really good. So we do a 1/4 cup. You can see how the kids find the simplest joys in the simplest things, such as pouring molasses. The kids learn to use their senses and their taste buds, and now they just want to taste it. Really, Isaiah? Next, we're going to put it says 1 cup of maple syrup. We don't have maple syrup, so we're just going to put 1 cup of coconut sugar. We're using 1/3 of a cup measure, so we need 3 of those. Good job. Next, we're going to do the eggs. Now, I just want to show you. You see how thick this is? We're going to use this to combine in our wet ingredients, and it's going to make everything just kind of hold together.
Mercy is now adding our flax eggs into our brownie recipe. Ours is a little bit wetter, but it will work the same. You can see the self-control and the concentration of Isaiah.
Good job, Isaiah.
2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Grace, let's see the texture. It's a little thick.
It's a 1/4 teaspoon.
We're going
So we need 2
to
of those.
keep going. So we're doing vanilla for each
One more.
brownie.
That's 5.
That's okay.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Put that in. Oh, it's gonna be so weird. Mash that thing in. It's satisfying. Stop. Sorry.
Half a cup is what it says?
Yeah.
That's it.
This half a cup? Jeez, it won't stir, Mercy.
All right, just follow the instructions.
Smells like a vanilla peanut butter chocolate cake.
The mixture for the almond flour brownie is a little bit dry. So we're gonna add a little bit of water because this is not working out. Did you put the apple cider vinegar yet? No, right? Okay, so let's just add a little bit. Let's just see how it goes. It seems as though because we didn't use a maple syrup, maybe the maple syrup would have made it a little bit more fluid, but we just add a little bit of water. We're gonna see how it goes. You kind of have to adapt because we don't have any maple syrup. So let's hope that the almond flour brownies still turn out fine. Okay, Grace, let's add a little bit more.
Okay.
And stir it well.
Let's see. Stir.
What's next, Mercy, for the spelt one?
Now it's time for the dry ingredients. We're going to measure out our spelt flour. I have taught the kids to, whenever they're measuring any flour or dry ingredients, to make sure that they're leveling out their spoon. So that's what Isaiah is doing.
1. Maybe a pinch of salt. Try. Let me help.
31. Mommy.
Keep stirring.
Oh, it smells so good. Smell it. It just smells like almond flour.
Hey, it doesn't say no salt.
So, Mama, I put salt in ours.
We continue to add a bits of water here and there for the almond flour batter just to help it incorporate and mix a little bit better.
That actually looks pretty good, Grace.
Yeah. Mine smells good. Tastes good. Stop eating mine. Eat this.
Our spelt brownie recipe calls for a 9x13 pan, so we're going to put our brownie mix into the 9x13 instead of an 8x8.
I forgot we didn't pass anyone's birthday yet. And it's getting really sticky here.
Both of these batters were definitely fudgy and quite sticky. You can see Isaiah being so dramatic. Love that kid's expressions. Use some water on the back of your spoon if needed to spread it out evenly.
Both of the brownies are going into the oven for about 30-35 minutes. We will check in about 30, and let's hope for some delicious brownies.
After 30 minutes at 350, you can see this is the almond flour batter. It is still kind of soft in the middle, and this is our spelt brownie, and then it's also kind of soft in the middle.
The brownies have been taken out of the oven and has been sitting for about 30 minutes. I would say more than 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to an hour, because we want it to be nice and set and ready for us to cut. Now this right here, the actually I believe this is an 8x8. This is an 8x8, and then this right here is a 9x13 pan of our spelt brownies. I'm going to give it a cut, and then we are going to do a taste test really quick. I have a butter knife here, so I'm just going to cut the almond flour one first. How do you guys like to cut yours? Do you like them big or do you like them small? I'm just going to cut them like maybe in a square. Uh-oh. Oh, it's very, very fudgy, as you can see. I know. Let me get them out of the pan first. Duh. Oh, look at that one. And then now I'm cutting our spelt brownies. Oh, look at this one. As far as the spelt brownie goes, we like it very fudgy and very dark, like a dark chocolate. So if you can see, this is our spelt brownie. It is nice and dark. It is rich. It is very chocolatey and fudgy. And then this one is the almond flour brownie. It actually looks really nice and fudgy as well. So we're gonna cut this into a little smaller pieces and we're gonna give it a try. You wanna try, Isaiah?
This one.
This one? Which one is this one?
The dark one.
It's ours, right? And actually, let me pick it up so you can kind of see the consistency of it in my hands.
Yummy.
Together very nicely. It's very fudgy, like I said, and very, if you like dark chocolate, this one is for you. This one is the almond flour brownie. It also held up very nicely. And it is also very fudgy, and it looks really good too. Take. What do you think?
Good.
Do you like that one? Okay, out of 10 so far. Out of 10 so far, what would you rate it?
20.
Oh, 20. Wow. Okay. So, okay. Finish eating that. Let me give you some water.
What is it 20?
It's rich. It has that caramely taste from the molasses. It's nice and ooey gooey. This is really, really, really good. This is one of our favorites. So good. Taste the almond flour one. What do you think about that one?
100.
Whoa, 100. So out of these two, which one is better?
This one.
Why?
Because this one is darker.
It is darker.
Which this one? That one's darker.
It's a dark, very like a dark, rich chocolatey one.
Have them.
Thank you, Isaiah. All right, Mercy, time for you to taste test. Out of 10, what are your thoughts? Which one? Oh, this one. What are your thoughts about this one?
30.
Out of 10 is 30? Okay. Very biased. Now try this one.
What?
20?
No,
Okay.
it's good.
Because it's so sticky.
It's very sticky.
Oh, so it's more gooey, that one.
I think it's because there's a lot of almond butter in it. It has 2 whole cups of almond butter.
Wow.
It's a very expensive one, this one.
Wow.
With the almond flour, it was a very expensive one. So it sounds like you like ours more, huh? Okay. It's Grace's turn, so you're gonna just try each one and let us know out of 10, what's your score, okay?
Okay.
You can try any one first, whichever one you want to try. Wow. Okay.
Oh, very sticky.
This one's very sticky. It's very fudgy. Out of 10.
11.
11, okay. Now try that one. That's the one that you made.
This one don't seem as sticky as this one.
Okay. Mercy said this one is fudgier.
Huh.
Out of 10?
1 million.
1 million?
Oh, wow.
So you like this one more than this one. Why?
I like how this one isn't as sticky. I don't like my brownie sticky.
Interesting. Okay.
This one seems more oily.
This one?
It seems very oily.
We didn't even
we
add
didn't even add
oil.
in.
Yeah, but just look at it.
Yeah.
Like, look at them. Yeah, look at her fingers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, just look
I
at them
wonder what
side by
happened.
side.
It's probably more fudgy because you jammed the whole thing in your mouth.
Oh, because it's almond butter.
The almond butter, right?
All right. Well, thank you, Grace. Hello, Israel.
Mom.
Alrighty, it's Israel's turn.
This one's more fudgy.
It's more fudgy. You haven't even tried the other one yet.
It feels more fudgy already.
Okay. So
This
out
one
of
looks
10.
Dry.
Which one looks dry?
This one.
Okay, out of 10, how much would you rate it?
A 9.5.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a very high score.
What?
Okay, here's some water. You gotta like cleanse your palate, Israel, so you can actually taste that one. So feeling wise, which was it fudgier? Still, this one?
No.
So now that you tasted it and touched that one, which
Yeah.
one is fudgier?
This one.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. You can even see it. It's like stuck to his mouth.
Okay.
This one looks dry though.
It looks a little dry, but I think it's because of the top. It's a little crustier. Rate that out of 10.
8.5.
8.5? Okay, what are the differences and what are the similarities?
This one tastes more peanut buttery.
Yeah, it does have a nuttier taste.
Really? Because all the almond butter.
Yep, and it's almond flour also.
Yeah. Is that more oily, this one?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm.
This one's more fudgier.
Is
and
it?
This one's less oily.
Okay. Now that you've tasted the two, do you still think that this is a 9.5? Oh, so you like ours? That's a win. How tall are you? Man. He's so big. Alrighty. Our big guy, our 13-year-old. He is gonna try our brownies. Rated out of 10, both of them. I know you don't really like the dark chocolate, but I'm curious to see what you think.
A 7.
Okay. Cleanse your palate. Now try the other one. It's hard to tell, huh?
A 6.
Really? Okay, so what are the differences and the similarities?
This one tastes like almond butter. Too much almond butter.
Too much
Okay.
almond butter. You think it's greasy also?
Mm-hmm.
It is, huh?
Super greasy.
Super
Oh, very interesting. After you've tasted the two, do you still stand by your ratings? And this one is scored higher, ours scored higher, and then this one scored lower?
Yes.
Whoa! I'm gonna taste
Wait,
this.
wait, wait.
I know what this one tastes like because it's my type of brownie. I like it very fudgy and very dark, especially this time. It's perfect timing. If you really, really love like molten lava cake,
Right.
this is what inspired it.
Huh.
It's between that and sort of like a brownie. I love that one. I like the look of it. It does look greasy. I can tell.
Yeah.
It's definitely very it's sticking to every part of my mouth.
Really?
I couldn't even swallow it.
Really? Wow.
It's like too much, I think. This is fudgy, but it's like it doesn't stick.
So so yours is a little bit more like just above the cake, like cakey
Consistency,
consistency,
but fudgier.
but fudgier. Right. Right.
This one you can definitely taste a lot of the almond butter, and it's just very, very rich, and it's very like you're eating a mouthful of peanut butter
Peanut butter.
for some reason. Which I
Right.
mean, I know that we added, but the texture of it came out really nice, like it held up. And this is a very expensive brownie. The almond butter and the almond flour together, it was very expensive, but it is very good still though.
Yeah.
Like the sweetness is good, the cocoa, the chocolatiness is good as well. But I actually really think that just this still wins. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and just from like observation, like I keep saying, this one, it just looks very, very oily. Whereas this one is like, yeah, it still has fudgy. It's not cakey.
Yeah.
You can see it there. You can see the oil in it, but it's not overly like just, this is just pure grease. It's almost like kind of makes me
Turn
wanna-
offy?
Yeah.
One you get?
Yeah, one again. You know, some people don't mind very, very rich. And that's what it seems like this is, right? Like extremely rich.
Very rich. And just, I mean, it is a good treat. You know, if you don't mind it, it's a very good treat. Both of them are.
Right.
It just really depends on what you like.
Yeah, I can't wait till I can eat them.
Yeah. There you have it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us in the kitchen. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with us cooking and making these 2 brownies. Let us know in the comments below what your preferences of a brownie is like. Do you like a chewy, ooey gooey brownie? Do you like a richer, buttery version? Or do you like just a pure, dark, yummy, fudgy, chocolatey brownie? Subscribe if you are new, and we hope to see you on the next video. Bye, everybody. Curious, what if we mixed both of them together? Added some almond butter into ours? I should do a video.